Double Masters previews have finally completed. It has been a long 2 weeks of previews, but this set has proven to be full of heat. I want to round up the last 2 days of previews and go over a lot of rares and mythics that are very cool, and the video starts right now. Special thanks to our Patreon supporters who power our channel. Check out our Patreon for monthly giveaways, exclusive content, and even a starring role in our fan fight series. Link in the description below. Hello and welcome to the day. Thank you for spending your time with us. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. I am Joel. We're going to talk about the final 2 days of Double Masters previews. But first, if you like the video by the end of it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel with just the click of a button. Let's jump over into these cards. So, we saw Imperial Recruiter today. This was a card that had long needed a reprint, which we got in Masters 25. However, now we are seeing another reprint of it in Double Masters, hoping to further lower that price. You can get a copy of it for just at $50 right now. The price will be lower for this copy of it, but I assume this card would settle in the $30-$40 range with the Portal 3 Kingdoms copy, obviously retaining the most value because it is the most desirable of these prints. We saw Riku of Two Reflections today. Now here is a commander back from the original set, the original Commander box product. I have great memories of this commander. I have great memories of playing it. I have even more memories of being defeated by it. Thank you, Dom. I'm looking at you. But it is very cool to see a reprint of this card in this set because right now you can only get it from the Commander 2011 product. I know that we have the Judge gift card being in there, but that 2011 copy is the only way to get Riku right now. This will lower that price of $33. There's not much difference between the two versions of the card, and so it's unlikely that there's going to be one that is way more desirable than the other. After Riku, we have got Deep Glow Skate. It's a fine rare 2016 Commander set. You know, it's $5. It's cool to see. Nice to get more of it. It is, you know, a doubling each kind of counter on permanence, and so it has some playability, and it is the kind of card that will creep up over time. But we did just see a reprint of it in Mystery Booster, and now we see another copy in Deep Glow Skate with Double Masters. Toxic Deluge was another showcase card that we were shown. This is a great removal spell, and previous to this, Eternal Masters and Commander 2013. That's where you were getting it. This is a $30 card. It is a fantastic, fantastic board wipe. This is definitely the time to pick this card up. Maybe not the showcase version, but the regular version in the set is going to be the one to aim at to get a copy into your Commander decks for an affordable price. We were also shown the other set of these filter lands: Fetid Heath, Cascade Bluffs, Twilight Mire, Rugged Prairie, and Flooded Grove. Flooded Grove around $14 maybe for the original. Rugged Prairie not holding a huge premium because White and Commander, come on. We've got Twilight Mire, it's the Golgari one, it's not very expensive either. We've got the Cascade Bluffs, and then we've also got the Fetid Heath. These don't hold as much of a premium as the first 5 that we saw. These are all around that $10 to $15 range versus the $20 to $30 range, but it is cool, I guess, to finish out the entire cycle of these in the set so that all of them are accessible to any players. We've got Awakening Zone, $5, $6, $7 card. Cool rare, not that impactful from a value standpoint, but it does have a starring role in token decks in EDH, and it's got playability. What have I said in this entire series? I would rather it be a playable low value card than absolute binder bulk low value card, which for the most part, outside of a few dishonorable mentions, we've mostly gotten. We also saw a reprint of Maelstrom Pulse. Maelstrom Pulse, not a lot of value here. However, pretty good card in Commander. It does destroy a non-land permanent, and if you're playing against a tokens deck, it even has more of an impact on the board state. However, this card has been reprinted quite a few times at this point. Alara Reborn, Modern Masters, Ultimate Masters, now Double Masters. Maelstrom Pulse is cool. However, we've seen the art before and we've seen the card before. $2-3, not the most exciting rare if you're opening just from a value standpoint. We got a cool mythic though, and that's Mana Echoes. Mana Echoes is a very good card that has been valued highly because of scarcity. Look at this, Onslaught. Oh man, that old frame, that brings me back. But the card itself, upshifted in rarity to Mythic, will be an excellent addition to this set. We've got these $20 plus cards. We've got them in almost droves comparatively to other sets in Double Masters, and that's only a good thing if you're opening for value. Whenever a creature enters a battlefield, you're adding colorless mana equal to the number of creatures you control that share a creature type with it. This is a tribal commander deck all-star, okay? This is a highly desirable card, great reprint, excellent choice. Don't know about the rare to Mythic upshift, would have maybe rather seen it at rare, but it being printed at Mythic means that it will remain a little more scarce to retain a little bit more value and not completely tank the Onslaught copies of Mana Echoes that you may already have in any of your commander decks. We also saw the Scarab God. This is a card that would have been super dope to get in a showcase version. Little disappointed about that. We don't have a showcase Scarab God coming at us from Double Masters. However, it's another one of those cards, $20 plus. You pull it, you've got a $20 card right there in your hand, and right now it's pre-sailing for $28. It's a cool mythic. We've got the Invocation and obviously the Hour of Devastation copy here. I am a big fan of this card. It's a scary card to see on the other side of the battlefield. If I hit it against it in limited, I'm not really looking forward to that match because it will end in most likely an L. But Scarab God, pretty cool to see at Mythic, even though comparatively not a ton of value. But, you know, $25 card, can't complain too much about that. Leonin Abunus, somebody correct me in the comments about how the heck you pronounce that word. Artifacts you control have hexproof, plays into the limited. This is not a rare that I am looking forward to seeing. We do have some new art that's a little more desirable in my opinion than the piece that they used for Mirrodin and the Archenemy box set reprint, but value standpoint, very, very low for this rare. You know, it makes sense to be in the set though as one of the filler rares. Sword of the Meek, it's a fantastic card, but there's not a lot of value here. We only have the one printing, and it's an uncommon. Sword of the Meek in Future Sight, uncommon, upshifted to rare in Double Masters. You know, it's not... Whenever a 1/1's entering the battlefield, it's returning from the graveyard to the battlefield and attaching. Okay, so in a token deck, maybe fine. It just doesn't have that impactful quality that you want it to have in Commander. Maybe if it was giving it unblockable, trample, something, it might be a little bit better, but you're creating 1/1s and you're making them 2/3s, not going to be huge in EDH. Way more playable and constructed, but I'm pretty sure that Modern is way too powerful for Sword of the Meek to be played, and that's why you can see it's a $5, maybe $10 rare. I doubt that it will stay up around that. It'll probably drop to more like that $3 to $5 range, if I had to guess. Oh man, Disciple of Bolas. I don't want to see this rare. This is a low value rare. Can you tell? Magic 2013, $1. Commander 2014, less than. 2020, even less than. And now we've got a 50-cent rare in Disciple of Bolas. Can you believe that this is a rare? This looks like a very powerful uncommon to me. I am disappointed by this card. I do not want to open this card. This will be added to the pile of, I got a Disciple of Bolas. Much like Ion Storm. High market, very cool card. Not a lot of value here. Lands are, you know, pretty much always going to have some value, but even this one is only $4 or $5. Same art. The art is great. Don't get me wrong. Big fan of the art. However, you know, something that would have made it a little more special, probably would have gotten more people a little excited about high market, but you know, it's got some playability in your sacrifice deck if you need another sack outlet, another free sack outlet in your EDH sacrifice deck. Other than that, not a lot of playability there. We did get to see the rest of the swords. Sword of Light and Shadow. This is a very good one. We're returning creature cards from our graveyard to our hand when it's getting through. This is one of the lower end, I would say, swords. It's not the lowest, obviously. But, you know, at $35 pre-sale, we've got the Modern Masters copy for $40. It's not going to be a completely disappointing Mythic to open. I'm pretty much always going to be happy opening most of these swords. And we also got a showcase version. Now with this one, I am definitely going to be excited to open it. This is going to hold a pretty high price. I would say $60, $70 range if I had to guess. Maybe more. We'll see. We'll see if there's an uptick in sword usage in Commander now that more people are going to have access to them at a hopefully more affordable price. But yeah, I mean, it's cool art. It just continues the trend of these showcase cards having excellent art, being very well done and very well chosen, so that if you do hit a showcase card, you're not like, wow, complete miss. Obviously, there are tiers of good to excellent and oh my goodness, but you know, there's not any that are like absolute basement, not interested. Mesmeric Orb, here's a mill card. Got some Commander playability. Big fan of it in Commander. Scarcity, you know, that's what this one comes down to. It's an excellent choice for this set. It'll be around $20. I doubt this moves the needle all too much. Still a rare, kept as a rare from Mirrodin. Excellent reprint. This is the kind of card that you want to see in this set. Let's round it out with Sword of Body and Mind. Definitely the least playable of the swords. As you can see, it holds the lowest value. It's only got a $14 reprint, or a pre-sale price there, excuse me. But it is a cool reprint still. It's probably the least excited I would get for a showcase card. This art, again, excellent. It may have a home in your Commander deck. Throw it in there if you've got a Voltron Commander, or if you've got some kind of artifacts, equipment Commander deck running. Make sure that, you know, this has got a spot. You know, it's got a spot in your decks. But I would say this would be the least excited I would be for a showcase card in particular, and a Mythic, you know, just generally. So just to kind of close the book on preview weeks of Double Masters, I've got the set here on Scryfall. Big thanks to Scryfall for all of their unintended or intentional help this spoiler season. Make sure you go to scryfall.com, support them over there. That's what I use for almost all of the information that I need for any video that I make. I've got the Double Master set opened here on Scryfall, and currently we are sorted by price high to low. A lot of these will be affected as the set kind of shakes out, and these are a little skewed right now. I mean, you can see Sword of Body and Mind Showcase is higher than it definitely will end up being. But I wanted to just kind of not go card by card here, but just let's scroll down and look at what is in this set, just to kind of take a step back and give you perspective on all of these cards that you could be opening in this set. When you look at them all at once, I know we've split this out over day to day over 2 weeks, but when you look at this set in its totality, I gotta tell you, this is exciting. I really hadn't taken that, you know, step back to notice the forest for the trees, if you will. All of these cards, you know, that are going to be very exciting to be opening, are going to be exciting to be playing limited with. I mean, look, we're all the way down here. Cyclonic Rift's a $20 card, but we're all the way down through all of those I've already scrolled through, and we're still seeing, you know, $20 bills that you could open up in this set. And just cards that you're so excited to see. Thoughtseize, I mean, these swords, Walking Ballista, Hammer of Nazan ad nauseum, Goblin Guide, Blood Moon, Avenger, you've got Centriplets. I mean, all of these cards that are so cool to see. Oubliette, Wrath of God. When you open it, you go, wow, I love that card. This has just been a very cool set to preview, and it's been a cool preview season to work through. But with that, let's close the book on Double Masters preview. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we appreciate it. If you like the video, or if you like any of our videos, go down there and hit like and subscribe. It's the best way to support us. If you are interested in becoming a patron, we are running a special right now. I've told you about it, but I'm going to tell you about it one more time. We've got our first edition stickers, very few of those left. If you join our Patreon right now at any level, I'm going to send you one of those stickers for free. Other than that, I'm tapped out. We'll catch you later.